I want to tell you about a project, just to wrap up quickly, I want to tell you about a project that CEOs for Cities has just launched that sets very big ambitions for place. It's called the US Initiative, making cities that are of, by, and for us. It's built around 5 values that we believe successful cities must respond to in imaginative ways. And more specifically, the US Initiative proposes 5 audacious ambitions that we believe cities should strive to deliver. 4 of the 5 are concerned with some aspect of placemaking. So imagine a city where beauty in the form of good design, art, and nature is ever present. Not a special event, not something you drive to, but ever present for all citizens. Where people can go where they need to go without owning a car, probably possible in Melbourne. Where everyone can participate in a robust public life. Where people can develop all of their talent and put all of their talent to work. Where people believe there's a better future for themselves and their neighbors. Together, these challenges constitute what we call the Declaration of Interdependence, and the Declaration recognizes that we can still have big ambitions, and if we put enough good minds on how to figure it out, we can figure it out, and we can figure out how to achieve these ambitions together. Our work is not about creating the perfect vision, because cities are not about the perfect vision. They are not about a singular idea. I think the projects yesterday we talked about at Vic Urban were a great example of that. They are about, instead, a collision of sometimes incompatible demands. And it's in containing that collision within a geographical, political, social, and cultural context that a city creates its meaning. The future demands new thinking. I think the worst thing we can all do is to look at other successful cities and attempt to copy what they've done. You know that the whole idea of best practices is really a hoax. Gary Hamel, the great business strategist, says, you know, if something has been labeled as a best practice, it most certainly is not. It's been promulgated too widely, and the best practice is out there on the leading edge and hasn't yet been discovered. So I think courage is a necessary condition for great placemakers. You have to have the courage to risk going where no one has gone, and we need the capacity to reinvent, to change quickly, to distribute innovation, explore new realities, and we're going to have to do it while, you know, the world gets weirder and some places are crumbling into chaos from time to time. There's simply no room for complacency. Foreign Policy magazine just declared what happens in cities, simply put, matters more than what happens anywhere else. Cities are the world's experimental laboratories and thus a metaphor for an uncertain age. From climate change to poverty and inequality, cities are both the problem and the solution. So getting cities right is the job at hand, and I think Melbourne has succeeded in getting so many things right, but it's no time to be complacent. You're not the only city that understands how critical the role of placemaking is to its success, so don't blow your lead. And you can teach the rest of us how good places and a good city are made. Thanks.